All right. So we're looking real rough, okay? But it's fine. I wanted to do this little get ready with me one because I need to get ready to make myself feel good. And second, because I want to talk to you, to everyone who watches this video. This is like a life update, but it's also an informative sort of get ready with me, I guess. January of 2020. Also, I'm just using the Nutri. I'm gonna try and talk about the products with that like throughout the video, but I might be too focused on what I'm talking about. But the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Extra Dry Moisturizer, that's what I use. And then I'm gonna be using a Morphe Brow Pencil. Just a heads up. I gotta put this there. And my light's dead. All right, so January of 2020, I was about 130 pounds. I'm 5'2". I was 20 at the time. I hadn't turned 21 yet. And I was single. So I feel like when you're single, you're more determined to be skinny and lose weight and look fit for other people because you feel like that's something that you have to do. Not everyone does it, don't get me wrong, but I was just, you know, post breakup, I wanted to have my revenge body and just look great. So I was I was slim, I was small, and looking back at it, I thought I was fat. Like, but I thought that I was bigger than I was, and I really wasn't. And so I met my fiance in February. We weren't super serious until later on. Like, I wouldn't say like March, him and I got a lot more serious. Let's zoom. Can you see better? We got a lot more serious then. And I was still about, you know, 125, 130, but I wasn't going to the doctor that much, so I really wasn't keeping track of my weight. And I want to say March. Ooh, she's nasty. I don't know which month it was. I just know that for a few months I had really bad vertigo. Vertigo, I've mentioned it before. It's basically where the crystals in your head are not aligned and it makes you really dizzy. The last time I had vertigo spells was when I was a child. So it hit me out of nowhere and it lasted for a good 2 months, I want to say, but it was also during lockdown. So whenever lockdown was, that's when this was. If that helps, like, the timeline at all. I'm gonna conceal under my eyes, under my eyebrows. And so I was on medication called meclizine to help with the dizziness, and I feel like the dizziness just was not going away. The meclizine was like a temporary fix. And since then, I've struggled on and off with the vertigo. I take non-drowsy Dramamine now almost every day, or like as needed, and that helps a lot, but I don't feel like as dizzy anymore. Moral of the story, even after I wasn't feeling dizzy, I was terrified that I was going to be dizzy. I was afraid that I was going to try and drive my car and get dizzy and crash. Like, my anxiety was as the worst it had ever been in my entire life. And it's something I've always struggled with, but there's only like certain things that trigger it, and I learned how to handle it. But nothing I was doing was helping. I was always anxious. So my doctor prescribed me Zoloft. And that is a antidepressant also helping with anxiety, and I was actually really excited because I was like, you know what? It's time that I get on some medication to help me, and it truly helped my anxiety. But that's it. My anxiety was like basically gone, and I didn't feel dizzy anymore. I wasn't afraid to do my daily tasks. And I started noticing acne on my face, and I'm like, where did this come from? Because I had never had acne before, and my face has cleared up a lot since it all first started happening, which I'm very grateful for. But I've been to a dermatologist and I have a skincare routine that she recommended, and so my face started breaking out really bad. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go on birth control to help all those hormones, and I'm going to get rid of my acne. The birth control did nothing. And then, you know, you keep going down the months, and I'm 30 pounds heavier. I was gaining 5 pounds every doctor's visit. Five, okay? I'm not even kidding you. I'm 160 pounds. A year ago, I was 30 pounds lighter than I am right now, due to the Zoloft and the birth control. So finally, about 2 months ago, I stopped taking it. I got on a skincare routine, and my acne is a lot better. I don't know how well my camera's gonna show it, but it's cleared up like tremendously. So I'm very grateful for that. But the medication caused the way that my dermatologist explained it, the medication caused my face and my body to produce more oil. So that's where the acne came from. And I already had pretty red skin before. Like, I had like rosacea, mild rosacea, so all of the acne plus the rosacea was not a good mix. She called my skin rosacea, acne prone skin. And so yeah, it was a very hard time because I had never dealt with anything like that before, and so I really wasn't sure what to do. So for a while I tried just a whole bunch of different stuff myself, and none of it was working. This is the Born This Way 24-hour foundation. So nothing that I was using was working. I had so many recommendations from all my followers, from people, from the internet, and eventually I decided to go to the dermatologist, which, mind you, is not the most cheap doctor visit. I do have insurance, but you still have to pay a copay, so it kind of didn't. So either way, it was going to be a little expensive, but it was something I was willing to invest in because I needed my skin to be back normal. You can see a lot of the bumps are gone now. It's just kind of redness and mild pimples. I have another checkup actually this month, I think next week maybe, to see what my next steps are. But birth control has its benefits. It has its effects that affect you terribly, and weight gain is one of them, and that's what I experienced. So now in jeans, I'm a size 8. I was a 4. So I went up 4 sizes. I doubled what my size was. And when I was able to actually start doing stuff again, and none of my clothes fit me. So I'm in the process of selling all my clothes, getting new wardrobe, and just trying to live this new life in this new body. Like, I'm trying to accept it, and it's hard, I'm not gonna lie, because I have a wedding this year. I'm getting married to the man of my dreams, and it just sucks. We started eating healthier. We got rid of all the junk in our apartment in hopes that that will help, because we both wanted to lose a little bit of weight. Everyone gained some quarantine weight, obviously, because no one was allowed to do anything. But I gained quarantine weight, happy weight, and medication weight all in one. This foundation is my favorite. It's the most full coverage foundation I've ever used in my life. And I'm actually going to be using a new concealer today. I'm very excited about that. It is the new Makeup Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Concealer. Super excited. I got it in the shade Light. And yes, I use brushes now to do my makeup. I used to only use beauty blenders, but since I've tried the brush method, I like it a lot. I feel like it spreads the foundation better because the beauty blender just kind of like eats it all up. Look how beautiful she is. I'm scared. So this is what it looks like, initial. We're just gonna crank her. Just gonna crank her up. Oh, she's coming. There she is. This is like that CoverGirl, super infamous. All right. All right, initial reaction, it feels really cool. I think the color is gonna do really good. I just hope it's light enough. It looks way different in person, by the way. I'm gonna use this little brush. What do you think? It's definitely illuminating. Put some on my eyelid. I don't hate her. I did a little something something, but I think I could go one shade lighter. Maybe not. I don't really know. I suck at telling makeup colors. But I do like the way it feels. This video is kind of filled with random information, but I really wanted to talk to you guys mainly about my weight gain and that I am aware that I gained that much weight. Trust me, I'm reminded every single day. My stretch marks remind me. My clothes that don't fit remind me. And I'm trying to learn to be okay with it. And I'm not gonna lie, like I said, it's hard. I do sometimes get messages. I actually got one the other day. This boy called me a whale. Out of nowhere. Called me a whale. And yes, it did hurt my feelings. But my fiance loves me. He loves me as I am. And that's all that matters, truly. And that's not all that matters, actually. I need to be able to love myself also. But it is a plus. Dang, this eyelash is looking crazy. There we go. I'm actually Feeling this. It's lightweight, but it's still brightening and doing what a concealer is supposed to do. I do have a hair on here. It's bothering me. So a lot of changes have happened in my life, in physical, mental, emotional. I've had so many changes going on. I'm pretty sure we all have, with this whole pandemic still happening a year later. But what's important is being aware and, you know, just going day by day. We do what we can because we're all trying to figure out life. Alright, we're gonna set under my eyes. This is my new makeup routine, by the way. The concealer is new, but that's the only thing new. I use this Pretty Vulgar setting powder. You guys gotta tell me if you like the makeup videos. I wish I had like a different setup, but we're in the process of looking at a different place. Actually, I'm gonna share this with you guys. We applied for a home loan and we didn't get approved. We have to work on our credit a little bit. So there's that. So we're probably just gonna get another apartment next year, but something bigger. Because we pay way too much right now for what we have. And there's literally a place down the road from us that's 500 square feet more and only $100 more than what we pay. And now I'm going to set my face with some Maybelline powder. I've been using this thing for a while. I don't know how I haven't hit pan on it yet. Just to mattify everything. Very simple, glam, everyday look. I never really wear eyeshadow. I just kind of put like a little bit of a brown to add some dimension in my eyelids. But you see how flawless this face looks? And I ended up having to go back and exchange the foundation I got originally because it was too light. Now we're gonna use my Lip Bar bronzer. Definitely a go-to. I was gonna get the liquid version of that Makeup Revolution, but liquid bronzers scare me. The camera's about to die. Some bronzer, some blush. It's a duo.